Good morning everyone, Angie here with another video for UnityTV. Today we're going to make an embossed card, an embossed window card. So what we're going to need is some Spellbinder dies. This one is labels 23. We're going to need that. We are going to need the Shapeabilities ribbon banners. We're going to be using this one right here, the second one. And the stamp we're going to be using is by Bella Blvd. It's called You Melt My Heart. So let's get started. What we're going to need is you're going to need to cut your 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You're going to need 2 pieces, so basically cut it in half, so it's 5.5 you're going to cut it at. You're going to score one, that's going to be your card base, and the other one you are going to cut, you're going to cut in 2 pieces. Oh, here we go. You're going to cut in 2 pieces. One you're going to cut the die cut out of, and the other one you're actually going to emboss the other one. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut, so basically line it up to see where you want the shape to go, and then you're just going to put some tape on each side. Now what I'm doing for this, I'm using a large piece for the window, and then the inside, the embossed part of it, is a smaller piece. So this way you'll see the embossment. So I'm also gonna, we'll line that one up afterwards. Okay, so we're gonna get our Cuttlebug out. And you're going to need your A plate, your B plate, your paper and your die cut that you've put together, and then on top of that you're going to need your C plate. My C plate broke in half because that was my old Cuttlebug machine, but and they're hard to find, so thank goodness I had a really good breakage and it didn't break too much of it, so it's still usable. So I'm going to cut that. You're going to hear that little crackling sound. That's okay. So now I've got my window. So then I can take that out, and I've got my window piece, so put that aside. And then the side on the part on the inside, you're gonna you can use that for another project, but that's going to be discarded. So then we are going to do the embossing. So what I am doing is I'm going to line up that window with my card. This way I know exactly where I want to place, like line it up so this way you see, you're going to want to see the embossed image, but you're going to want it to be even. So now I can take that away, and then I can add my tape to keep it in place. Now for embossing, it's a little different for the Cuttlebug. So you're going to need your A plate, then you're going to need your paper and your die, then you're going to need your 2 mats, embossing mats, and then you're going to need 2 B plates. So 1, 2, and then you're going to put that through your machine, and that should only emboss it. It shouldn't die cut it. Okay, give it a good turn. So once you take those out, see how it didn't cut the die? All it did was emboss it. So then you can just take this off, and there you just, can you see that? You just have the embossed part. So when your window goes on top, you're going to see that embossed part through the window. Oh, let me see if I can, there we go. You're going to see the layers of the embossment. So now, while we are here, we are going to, and we're already embossing, we are going to die cut this little piece here. I'm going to do this little piece in yellow. So, and this is going to be for that "You Melt My Heart" sentiment. So just tape that to your paper, and it's going to be your A, your B, your paper, and your C. That is to cut the die. And then once that die is cut, then you can go ahead and emboss it. So it's going to be your A, your die, your 2 pads, and your 2 B plates. And then that will emboss it for you. Okay. Okay, so the only other thing we're going to do is I'd like this window part to be embossed. So I'm going to take my Cuttlebug, they're like just cute little circles. I absolutely love this. I'm going to pop this in here. Say hello to Sydney. She's waving. So then we are going to take the A, the B, the folder, and then another B, and then we're going to put that through, just to give the front of the card a little bit of texture. Okay, so once that's through, then we are finished embossing and cutting. So that could be put aside. So that will be the front of the card. Very, very cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp the image. So what we're going to do the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. Now, how to use the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig? You're basically going to stamp on the plastic first. So you're going to butt that up with this little edge here. So just get your plastic right in that corner. Then you're going to take your ink. I'm just using Memento Black ink. And what you're going to do is the corner of your stamp, you're just going to go and line it up right in that corner that's provided with your Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. Stamp on the plastic. Then you're going to see where you would like it to fit in on your card. So we're going to try to center it. And then I'm going to take my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, place it in that corner of the plastic, then ink up my stamp, and then press down. Now the great thing about the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig is if you get a spot that the ink didn't go on, you can go over it again Just keep on holding. And you'll get a nice clear image like that. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to color this little stamp in. I'm going to be using R20 and RV21. I know they don't match up, but I like how the shades, how it gets all shaded. So I'm going to start with the R20. I'm just going to do the outsides. And then I'm going to go over with the RV21. I like the color it gives because it just deepens the RV21. And then you can do the rest of it with that color there. There we go. That looks summery delicious. So now what we're going to do is I am going to stamp while we're doing all of our stamping. I'm just going to pop this out and I'm going to stamp the sentiment on there. So just line this up, ink it up, and hopefully it will all get on. There we go. You melt my heart. So that's it right there. Okay, sometimes it's a little miss on this one. I got a little bit of black on the corners, but that's okay. And then now we're going to put the card together. So here we have our base. So we're going to take some round Zapdots by Helmar, and we are going to put them on the sides. Okay, so it's on each side. And then and then we're going to line it up with our card. So this way it just fits right over. Right, and then you're going to have that effect of the embossed part. Now we're going to attach that to our card base. So then I'm just going to take some Helmar tape runner. I love this stuff. It's so very sticky. And we're just going to run it across. Okay. And then that will be lined up with your card. Just right on top. And then the You Melt My Heart. We're going to take some small square Zapdots. And we're going to attach it. And I'm just going to go right across. Now the last thing I'd like to do is I just want to make the image just a little more blingy. So I'm just going to take some clear glitter. This one's a Studio G one, so you can pick it up at any Michael's. And I'm just going to go over the Copic image. More around the sides, and I'm going to kind of leave the middle without the glitter. And there you go. And there is your wonderful card. So I will take some pictures of this, and I hope you guys give this a try. It's a really fun way to make a different card. And we'll see you guys next week for another video. See you later. Bye.